So my role was performing techniques like Western blots and then plasmid isolation and etc. etc. Yeah, and I yes, I did little short projects on my own as well.
Mhm.
Yes, and so I wanted to change the direction a little bit and enter in pharma industry. So I thought this course will help me to do that. And this is the
Mhm.
clinical research side. It's totally new for me, but I wanted to stay in research. So I thought
Oh,
I
you'll
will
be
give it a
fine.
try. Yes.
You'll be fine, Shikala. The discipline that you get from the bench will translate easily into what we do, into following the process or the recipe or the formula for
Yes.
bringing new drugs to market. So
Mhm.
I think everyone right now, according to Tufts Institute, just a little factoid. Right
Yeah.
now, there is about a 30,000 resource shortage in the industry worldwide.
Oh, okay.
And so there's a lot of spots for a lot of good CRAs that have good life science backgrounds like yourselves. And
Yes.
in addition, there's about a 25% turnover in the US of CRAs. They move from company to company. As
Oh,
a
okay.
result of that turnover, salaries for traveling monitors are quite high now. I mean, it would not be unusual to start out as a traveling monitor at over 100,000 a year with a
Oh,
good,
okay.
strong
Wow.
science background.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but you pay. I'm very honest in my classes, and some people have pushed back at that. But I believe you need to know everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to make an informed decision, if you
Yes, I
will.
agree. Mhm.
To, and it's difficult to break into the industry at first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't give up. I mean, you'll eventually get in front of everyone will eventually get in front of a hiring manager that sees worth in you and will bring you on board.
Okay.
When I was leading trials and interviewing teammates or potential teammates, even if that person was entry level, if they
Yeah.
had the basic skills, the knowledge, and the interest and the passion and the drive,
Uh-huh.
I would bring them on board because I know I could turn that person into a really, really good CRA.
Yes.
And we're all CRAs in a way. Whether
Mhm.
you are the trial manager, the associate director, the monitor on the road, we're all clinical research associates.
Okay.
Okay. Some
Mhm.
people kind of
Sounds good.
they tend to pigeonhole us in different areas. When I first
Yeah.
got to Huffman La Roche in 1995, there was no
Mhm.
division of labor. We did
Good.
everything
Okay.
from authoring pieces of protocols, authoring consents, reviewing databases, to monitoring, to writing documents. There wasn't this breakup from startup to close out. We did everything back then.
Oh, wow.
Now everything's
Mhm.
kind of divided into silos.
Yeah.
And we're even seeing in my company Taisho, who I work for now. They're neuroscience, primarily right now, depression, schizophrenia, that area.
Okay.
And our CROs they're not doing a great job anymore. They're not paying attention to detail for some reason. And I
Mhm.
think that's because everybody's siloed now. The startup people don't know how to monitor. The monitoring people don't know how to do startup, et cetera, so on and so forth. When a traveling monitor gets promoted into a trial manager spot, they only know how to monitor. They don't know the startup process. They don't know the real closeout process. They don't know what goes on behind the scenes with the development team. And then
Okay.
I find, and this is one of the things ACRP is starting to address in the core competency reports that we're putting out. I'm very involved in ACRP. I have been over the years.
Yeah.
And so if you're not a member of ACRP or not familiar with it, do take a look at them. Their website is
Okay.
acrpnet.org.
ACRP.
Okay,
Okay.
net.org. I'll put that in the chat box for everyone.
Okay. Thank you.
.org. Okay. So
Yes.
check them out. It's really there's two ACRP and SOCRA, the Society for Clinical Research Associates,
Yes.
and ACRP is the Association of Clinical Research Professionals.
Okay.
And they both have certifying exams and all. ACRP seems to be a little bit larger in membership size. We are global and we're about 20,000 strong. SOCRA is another great industry, another great organization that helps our industry. And it appears to me over the years they've become more oncology focused.
Okay.
Although I'm not very much involved with them, I don't have any first-hand knowledge, but just from what I read and see online and whatnot.
Mhm. Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Shalaka. Anyone else? I'm going to try and keep moving because I don't want to keep you guys late today. Anyone else would like to say something? Introduce
I
yourself. Tell us a little about yourself.
Yes,
Hi.
this is Bindu, and
Oh, Ben.
hi. I did my medical school in India, and I came here 2.5 years back. And I've been working as a clinical research coordinator in the Bronx at Montefiore. And I just
Great.
want to improve my knowledge, as you said, that we nowadays it's all divided the work, and not everyone knows all the start to the end of a study, and hence
Hmm.
I wanted to gain more knowledge on it and do better in my job. That's the only thing I really want to attend the course and get certified.
Fantastic. Your coordinating activities and your MBBS will help tremendously, Bendu,
Yes.
in grasping this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. Anyone else online would like to say a word? Thank you, Bendu. I'm
Hi,
moving because I don't want to keep you all late. I'm sorry. Please go ahead. Who is?
sorry, Janki here.
Hi, Janky. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good this morning. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. You all may know each other, but I don't know you yet. So.
Yes. So, yeah, so I live in Ohio and I
Okay.
moved from India a few years back and I did my pharmacy in India, but I didn't do anything here, not job, not do. So I want to make my career here, so I just start this course.
Fantastic. Again, pharmacy, perfect fit. Anyone really with a life sciences background is a perfect fit for us in our industry. Jackie, how's the weather out there? Did you get hit with the snow?
Yes, today, yeah, it's snow.
Yeah.
Last few days back, it's really nice, but suddenly last night it's snowing.
Yes. No, I'm in New Jersey, and yesterday we were like 75 degrees and sunny,
Mhm.
and we had some strong thunderstorms run through. That's why I asked Jackie because that was the tail end, the other side of that storm.
Yeah.
And they were quite strong. And now we're down in the 40s and very windy.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
big, big difference. So
Mhm.
okay, thank you, Janky, very much.
Thank you.
Um, hopefully we can do this class justice. I'd like to have all these medical professionals in my class because I can bounce things off of them to make sure that I'm still medically current. I haven't been in clinical medicine in a very long time, but I haven't forgotten my skills yet. We have a big echo. There we go. Anyone else like to say hello and introduce yourself, or shall we get right into this class?
Hello, Professor Mark. Um,
Yes, Esther?
yes. Um, I did my medicine in India as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I moved to the US in 2007, and it's been a long break.
Mm-hmm. You know
And
what it is, Esther? Esther, you hear that echo?
yes, I do.
I think you're signed on twice.
Yeah, I'm trying to close one window because.
Now, did that work? I just cut you out. I think I just cut you out.
Okay, now is this better?
Okay. Yeah, I see you twice on the
Yes,
participant board, so that's what
yeah.
I think is
The other one doesn't have
causing.
microphone, so.
Oh, that's better. That's much better. Thank you. So you're a trained physician in India, came here?
Yeah, so I moved from India to here. I haven't had a work permit, so I haven't worked at all. Um, there's
Okay. I hope you can hear me okay.
I have a 2-year work experience as a clinical research coordinator for a Pfizer trial, and I've done some site initiation for quintiles and covans.
Great. Initiation visits, really?
That's like a really long time ago. So I recently got a legal work permit, and I'm trying to start my postdoc in this trial.
Okay. Well, the process hasn't changed since you did those visits, but be ready, everyone. The process is going to change with the advent of the wearable technologies, AI, machine learning, blockchain. My group and my director and I have been looking at all the new technologies, trying to decide where we want to take the company. And it appears in the future, and I can't predict how far away yet because we have to prove these technologies, that clinical trials may very well go almost entirely virtual. So this is an interesting topic of mine, and we've been looking at quite a bit of the new technologies coming out.
Yeah, it's very different from the time I worked because it was all in paper, all the CRFs and the informed consent, everything was in paper, but now everything is electronic. So yeah, that's something I need to pick up. Yeah.
Just recently, to kick out this year is eSource, electronic source documents. And there's I've been talking about it for years, where I would have liked to have seen, and this is it actually, bridging language, I used to call it, quote unquote, that would so that the EDC system would reach out into the EMR system and pull out data that we needed for the study. And that's what eSource is doing now. Electronic consents. I literally had the first version of e-consent with 2 partners probably 15 years ago. So I'm very interested in all this new technology. So everyone has now. When Rishi was introducing himself, I wanted to say something, and I lost the thought, and I got it back. I said, Rishi, we were talking about my old research mentor, Dr. Dave Schreck, who has the vector technology for EKGs. We used to bring farm-trained physicians into our research group to help us out. And here's a little something everyone might be interested in. Every one of those trained MDs got a residency here in the U.S. that worked with us. Every student that worked with us got into med school, every undergrad. So research is a great stepping stool to go in many, many places within the medical field. So how's that sound, Rishi?
That sounds good. That's why I'm here today.
There you go. So having research under your belt it makes it so much easier in my observations to get a residency here in the U.S. Our godson.
I used to have an ACRP certification as well. They run for 2 years and then they expire. So I mean, my certification expired. So I don't know if I should think of taking the exam again and getting certified.
Well, they have different types of certifications now, Esther. It's not just CCRA or CCRC. They have, CP, Certified Professional. They're coming out with Project Manager certification. There's a Certified Physician Investigator, CPI. So there's, as I said, if you log on to their website, you can look at the different types of exams and you might find one that you like different or better.
Okay. Well, that's good information. Thank you.
And HRP has expanded quite a bit. And we've just finished publishing through the Innovation Workforce core competency articles for both CRA and CRC. The lady that heads that group up, Beth Harper, is a long-time colleague and friend of mine. So the networking in our group is fantastic. My colleagues at Taisho are constantly amazed at the connections I've made over the years and the people that are in my network. Rishi, did you say you went to University of Maryland?